Hey, welcome back to my channel, everybody. I know it's been a while since I posted anything, but things have just been busy. Finally got a day to just kind of take a break and show some things that I've been able to pick up lately. There was a card show in my area about, I don't know, 3 weeks or so ago. And it's in a town that hasn't really had a lot of shows in the past, but they started to get one up and off the ground and running. And so I went up there and took a look at what they had, and I wanted to show you what I was able to pick up. It kind of started out with a blur, like the very first person I went to. I picked up a couple cards here, and the first one is this Bobby Witt Jr. card. This is from, I believe, 2022, if I remember correctly. Yep, 2022 Bowman Platinum, which I know isn't the highest in release, but this is actually the short print version of the Bobby Witt Jr. card, and I did not have this one yet, and I just like the 4th of July cap and the arm sleeve there, and I kind of had my eyes on it for a while, nothing too crazy, but I saw it and got a good price on it from a really nice guy. He also had just a box of singles. In fact, the very first, like I said, the very first person I stopped at, he had a whole bunch of Bowman cards from this year's Bowman, and like one of the very first ones in there was the Junior Caminero, like first Bowman Chrome autograph, like the probably hottest card from this set. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, it was a show, like I said, in a place that didn't really have a lot of, hasn't really had a lot of just shows yet. And so I didn't want the person to not realize what it was worth. And so I just asked him what he was looking for on it. And luckily he knew what it was. And he said it was whatever, $100 and some. And so that was good, because I would have felt really bad if he's like, oh, it's like $10. I'm like, no, that card's not worth $10. I told him it was pretty good. So in fact, he thought this one right here was just kind of the base card. And I'm like, no, this is a short print. It's probably worth more than that. So we came up to a good price, and was a really nice guy. And this is probably my favorite card that I picked up, just because it's just a cool image, and I haven't ever seen it yet, at least out and about. So anyway, another person just had a bunch of cards in quarter bins and 50-cent bins, like 25 cents for the Buster Posey blue Walmart parallel there. If my buddy Clint at Swingaway Sports Cards, if you want that, man, it is yours. I was kind of thinking of you when I picked it up. This is obviously not the legit Mike Trout. This is from, I don't even know, 2016. And I'm not exactly sure what release this is, but it's obviously not the real Trout rookie card. Elliot Ramos, this might be a short print. I think it is, but I could be wrong. I think the code is a short print there of Elliot Ramos. That was like a quarter. And then just a couple others. The Buster Posey, again, Clint, if you want this one, if you don't have it, it is yours for a quarter. I'm like, hey, why not? And then the Ben Zobrist, who played such a big role on the Royals 2015 World Series team. He always kind of, and probably will have a soft spot in the hearts of a lot of Kansas City fans. So another person I went to just had tons and tons of like the 3 or 4 or 5 row boxes that had not really been sifted through. And they had a lot of cards from the early kind of mid 2000s and 2010s. And a lot of them were football. And I know this isn't necessarily a channel that has a lot of football, but I spent quite a bit of time going through them, because I could tell they really had not been touched at all. And he said he had pulled out a few things in there, but not a lot. See Kirk Cousins there in the Washington Redskins, his rookie card. A lot from this year, which I don't even really know what it is. 2013, it looks like. 2013 Topps. Travis Kelce, who's obviously very popular right now, just for a lot of reasons outside of football. But in Kansas City and in this area, obviously a big fan favorite. Lane Johnson, awesome offensive lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles. Keenan Allen, who's had a really nice career for the Chargers, like the rookie card of Manny Machado, which I don't believe I have. In fact, I know I don't. I have the opening day version from 2013. A lot of 2013 cards. Nothing like, he didn't obviously have a 2011 update or anything like that, because I wouldn't have let anyone get away with having that Trout in there and not knowing what it was worth. But here, 2010, the Mickey Mantle card, when they used to put the Mickey Mantle in as card number 7 in a lot of the releases from that time frame, early to mid 2000s, 2010s. Freddie Freeman, that's like his second year, 2012. The Mike Stanton rookie debut before he switched to Giancarlo Stanton. The Lorenzo Cain rookie card is a Kansas City Royal favorite. Kenley Jansen rookie, an old school Topps T06 design here of Chipper Jones from my man Kevin McLeod. 2002 is what it looks like that one is. And so I just went through these and spent probably 45 minutes going through like 4 or 5 boxes. The Bryce Harper 2013 Rookie Cup card number 1. Because this was really a time when I wasn't collecting cards, and so I don't have a lot of these. There's the Mike Trout 2013 Gold Cup card, one of my favorite designs. Another Freddie Freeman, Salvador Perez. I believe this is his first, even though it doesn't have the rookie card logo on it, I believe this is the first Topps card for Salvador Perez. You can see he debuted in 2011, but he doesn't have a card until 2012, and they didn't put the rookie logo on it. There's Goldschmidt, second year Goldschmidt, 2012, another 2013 Trout. I think the dude's like, hey, just go through there, tell me what you want, and paid like $1 a card for all these. Adrian Peterson rookie card. Not obviously the biggest Adrian Peterson fan, but it was pretty cool. Mike Stanton, Giancarlo Stanton again. This is the red parallel, probably the Target parallel from 2012. Looks like Series 2. An opening day card of the Royals mascot Slugger, which is pretty neat, 2012. And then a George Brett Chasing History insert from his 400 batting average when he was chasing that in 1980 and was very, very close, ended up at 390 and carried it all the way like into September. Yeah, he was still swatting 400 on September 19th before the pressure kind of got to him, and he ended up at 390, the closest anyone had gotten in a while, and obviously some people have kind of gotten close now. The strike year, some people thought maybe Tony Gwynn could hit it, but never has happened since. So these others, I picked up all these last ones from the same person, Raimel Tapia, kind of 3 different patches there with all pinstripes in it. Got the rookie card logo, obviously autographed from Topps Triple Threads, or excuse me, from Triple Threads. Numbered 60 out of 99, $5. Send that to my buddy out in California, out in Colorado, who is a Rockies fan, and kid's a Rockies fan. Another George Brett from 2005, Donruss Elite, which I didn't even know was a thing. Got the old school powder blue. That's an early George Brett, 1980s George Brett there, numbered 1250 out of 1250. And then a Zach Greinke card. I went to the final game of the season when Zach Greinke pitched, since it might be his final game. I don't know if he'll retire this year. I really hope he doesn't. I hope he comes back for one more year because he's so close to 30,000 strikeouts. I did not have this. This is when he pitched in the Futures game. I think this might have been in Pittsburgh, if I remember correctly, this All-Star game. I could be wrong. But I did not have this one. 2003 Bowman Chrome, before he had made his Major League debut. And then the last card I bought from the same guy, all these cards, was this, which seems, it's obviously an oversized, like you can see, this is the size of like a regular slab. This is an oversized slab. I don't know why they did this. I don't have this card. The 1971 scratch-off replica from 2020 Topps Minor League Heritage. Bobby Witt Jr. scratch-off card. I don't know. I didn't realize they would open these cards up whenever they graded it and put it in one of these oversized holders. So like both myself and the seller, like we really didn't know how to price this because it's not like a lot of these cards have been graded. And it was just really interesting because none of us really knew what it was worth. And so we came to a pretty good deal. I think we were both happy with seemed like a fair price for all of these. So that's just a really cool card. I didn't have this one. I kind of been looking for it here and there for the right price, but to get one graded in a 9, and it's going to be one of the few that have been graded, I thought was just really cool because it's just so unique. So anyway, those are my cards from the card show that has come around into my area. Hopefully they'll bring it back. I think there were a lot of people there, a lot of vendors set up. So I hope it comes back again, maybe in the spring. You can see up here at the top, one thing, a book that I just finished reading, which I know isn't a card, but I just finished reading the Shoeless Joe book, which is, if you're unfamiliar, the book that the Field of Dreams movie was based off of. And this is the original book that was, it's been printed a few times, but this is the original release of it. I want to say 1982. I picked this up probably like, I don't know. Yeah, copyrighted 1982. I picked this up probably 6 to 8 months ago, but finally finished reading it. I've kind of been reading it in bits and pieces, and it's really interesting. Like, obviously we've all seen the movie, and so having seen the movie first and then read the book second is usually the opposite of what I've done in the past. Usually I have read the book first and then seen the movie. And there's definitely some differences in there. There's characters in the book that aren't in the movie at all. And obviously most of it is pretty much right in line, but there are a few little tweaks and differences that obviously they made when they made the movie, but it's still very, very good. And I would highly recommend it for anyone who likes just reading sports books or likes the movie Field of Dreams. I don't know if you like the book better or the movie better. I haven't quite decided myself. I think there's obviously aspects of the movie that are better, but there's parts of the book, like I said, that aren't in the movie and characters who don't show up in the movie. So if you see that out and about in a bookstore or somewhere cheap, I don't remember how much it cost to buy this. It wasn't very much. You may want to give it a shot. So there it is, guys. I'm at the 10-minute mark. I better shut it down. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in another video shortly.